Hello guys, I'm David and today we're going to talk about inheritance in C++ using code blocks. So what inheritance actually is. Inheritance is the property uh, which is used in C++ by different classes or structures where one class can use the functions, variables of its parent class. So this is used, so if there is one parent class created and there are many child classes, all the child classes can use all the properties, functions, all the variables in it. So we have a program which states this kind of property inheritance. So what we have here is we have class called musicians and we have a child class called typeins. So this typeins is a child class of musicians, and what we have in musicians, what we have in the parent class is we have three string variables: strs, strw, and strp, which they all mean str for string, wind, and percussive instruments. And then we have three functions: void, string s, string w, and string p, which store the value of those name of the instruments which we will enter in. And now we go to the child class. Child class is named as typeins. Then this is the syntax for naming a child class. Then the child class name, semicolon, public. So this word public is very important to tell that musicians, it can be used by any of its child class, and then the parent name. So we declare all the functions in the child class as public, so that we can use all of the functions below in the main function. So what we have in the first one is we have void get. So what get does is it gets the input from the user from the main function and accesses the parent class variables and functions to store those names. So the first one being we have asked the user for three inputs: string, wind, and percussion instruments. So the input will be stored in a variable called OP, and then it's given to the switch case. Then each switch case gets the input in A and returns it back to string S. Now where the string S function is declared is in the parent function. So we have it here. Then the string s is passed as an argument, and then string s of I, where we have declared I, j, and k as 0 initially. So string s of 0 is equal to the first name of the string instrument. So likewise for wind instruments and percussion instruments. So all these are stored in a value in a string variable and are all returned back to its parent function, where they are all stored in their respective variables which we have declared initially: str, s, w, and p. So now if we have to show what we have typed in, we simply use the function void show, then again printing out the cout statement for to view string, wind, and percussion instruments. And then we have used the switch case again for case 1, case 2, case 3 for printing them. Then we have another function strsb. So where we have this strsb is uh, strs is actually the variable name of our parent string storing string instruments. And what we have now is all the names of it prints all the names of all the string instruments from 0 till the ith position. And for the case 2 we have all the wind instruments from 0 to j, and all the percussion instruments from 0 to k. And after that we go then so this is the main is very small. So type in t1, we declare t1 with its child class, not its parent obviously. Then t1 dot get, then t1 dot show. So now we run the program. When we run the program, it asks for us three different ones. So string instruments, one would be enter the name of the string instrument, string like guitar. And another instrument, press 1. Suppose give another string instrument like sitar, and now we have wind instruments like flute, flute, then another instrument like we get percussion instruments like tabla, then okay, that's all for now. So want to enter another one? No. So now if we have to view what string instruments we've entered, we press 1, like we get the two instruments, guitar and sitar. Then we wind instruments like flute, and then percussion instruments like tabla. So this is the program basically of inheritance, how inheritance works, what it has to be done, what child classes we have to initialize, and how it has to be accessed using the parent class variables and functions. So that's all for this program. That's all for inheritance, and thank you.